greatest digital asset ever created. I'm so glad I accumulated before the space got saturated. XRP the greatest digital asset ever created. Make the haters aggravated, get the spaceship activated. XRP the greatest digital asset ever created. I'm so glad
What's goody everybody? Welcome back to the channel where you get your crypto news and your XRP to be exact. I'm not a financial advisor, but make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, because today is going to be some more amazing information that's been going on in the crypto space. I love to hear your comments, questions, and concerns. Some things that you've heard throughout the weeks and a couple days since my last recording. But I definitely wanted to show this video right here. The new financial system will be the biggest transfer of wealth. And I've been saying this for multiple years, guys. And I know you guys been holding on strong as well, and building your bags, not only just with XRP, but, other coins as well. Make sure you jumping in, buying low and selling high. That is obviously the name of the game, right? And hey, the reason why we really here is to make that money. So we don't get attached to coins. We are not emotionally invested in this, and we do not invest more than what we are able to lose. Dollar cost average, right? So moving on, let's get into this. I want you guys to listen up. The new financial system will be the biggest transfer of wealth, and hear what he has to say.
Everybody is getting ready for that. The financial system is getting ready to switch. All private central bankers have been notified and put on notice that we have to prepare our people for tokenization processes all throughout anything tied to the USD system. So the Federal Reserve, all private central bankers are going to be moving over onto the Ripple network. That's a given. For those of you that are following Q and Q program, the Anon series, you were right on track the entire time. But we know how that's going to work. For those of you that are not and you're operating on the public side, I'll tell you something very clearly right now. If you are not moving into the trust processes and you just can't do it and you can't manage to make that process work for yourself, what I want you to do is at least go get yourself some XRP and stick it over there, and you can thank me later when everything switches over. If we're being notified to notify our own clients, then that means that this is all signed, sealed, delivered. Everything is coming down the pipeline, and we're getting ready to flip the switch. Again, you don't want to be on the outside looking in, because when they flip that switch, if you're not an institutional program, you are not going to be able to access that side of the ledgers. So again, they're going to make it almost impossible for anybody to access those coins. I'm just giving you a quick heads up.
Man, oh man. All right, so I want to make sure you guys seen that. And then also, new Ripple AD has been spotted on Wall Street. So, hey, I love to see it. Whenever I see Ripple or anything like that inside of the windows or displayed on billboards or displayed on the train stations, buses, this is positive news. So I always wanted to show that as well. All right, so let me see. Loading up. Oh, this thing loading kind of slow. All right, so I wanted to show this. I don't know if it's sound.
And ensures fairness and predictability.
Our goal is to deliver on the president's
All right, so
to make the U.S. the crypto capital of the world. And that wouldn't happen
listen.
without our leadership in this.
So pretty much right here, let me start it over. So it says the White House, together we will make the U.S. crypto capital of the world. So pretty much they mentioned Ripple and official crypto stockpile report.
Today's
and I'm gonna play it a little bit.
Positions America as the leader in digital asset markets, strengthens the role of the U.S. dollar, combats illicit finance, and ensures fairness and predictability.
Our goal is to deliver on the president's promise to make the U.S. the crypto capital of the world, and that wouldn't happen without our leadership in this building, being our AI and cryptos, our David Sachs. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to look at this yet. It's a pretty impressive tome.
This report is a culmination of months of research and over 1,000 meetings between industry stakeholders and members of the President's Working Group on Digital Asset Markets.
Thanks to the leadership of President Trump, the regulatory weaponization against digital assets is finished. This Department of Justice's priority is focusing on going after bad actors who victimize digital asset investors.
Together, we will make the U.S. crypto capital of the world, and we hope you join us in celebrating this report. God bless you all.
God bless you all. So pretty much at the White House, they was talking about the report, and I also wanted to give you a little bit more deep dive in it. This is a 5-minute video. I don't want to go through the whole entire thing, but I do want him to at least help explain a little bit of the report, because it was pretty detailed. So I'm gonna play this for a little bit and get back to the channel.
For each part, you need to see this because the United States White House crypto report has officially mentioned Ripple XRP. Right here, as you can tell, Ripple was mentioned alongside Bitcoin, BitGo, Coinbase, Kraken, and other top crypto companies. Ripple was mentioned right here. Hedera HBAR as well was literally mentioned in the report. So the Hedera Foundation literally just posted on X mentioning how they were mentioned in the US crypto report. This section right here, speaking about DeFi, Hedera HBAR was literally mentioned in the report, and Ondo Finance as well. Shout out to Ondo. Ondo is mentioned as a platform that is being used right now to tokenize assets. Real world asset tokenization is going to be a huge thing. And Ondo Finance is one of the leading tokenization cryptocurrencies right now in the entire world. Every single one of you that owns any XRP, any HBAR, any cryptocurrency, actually destroy the like button, join us, subscribe, because this channel is for you. This US crypto report is massive, it's huge. If you own XRP, HBAR, or Ondo, literally, they were all mentioned in this report. Just now, breaking news. This report titled Strengthening American Leadership in the Digital Financial Technology Space is massive if you own XRP, HBAR, cryptocurrency in general. And the term cross-border payments was mentioned about 20 times in this report. As you can tell, they mentioned cross-border payments so many times, how the U.S. Treasury is looking into it and how it is an important thing that they're focused on, how they want to facilitate 24/7 real-time payments all over the world. And cryptocurrencies like Ripple, XRP, Hedera, HBAR, obviously, they can power cross-border payments. So the fact that they mentioned cross-border payments so many times is huge for XRP. Also, the report spoke about banking licenses, how crypto companies like Ripple can now also apply for banking licenses, and how this is a risk to the old financial industry and how this is a new digital economy. Ripple, for example, can be a bank. You all know how Ripple applied for a bank, and they're literally speaking about Ripple right here. In my opinion, they're speaking about Ripple. Listen to what they say. They say how some digital asset firms that provide payments, lending, or custody services may consider obtaining a bank charter. Ripple, obviously, has already applied for a national banking charter license. Additionally, says right here how some firms like Ripple, XRP, literally, may seek banking charters to obtain Federal Reserve Bank master accounts and payment service access, which could reduce costs, delays, and counterparty risk in processing payments.
All right, so I'm gonna leave it at that, because that was the biggest thing right there. I wanted you guys to hear and to see that on this report they are allowing companies to now become banks. That's the biggest thing. I've already said this repeatedly. I've already mentioned this repeatedly and been very excited that one day this will happen, and I feel like the day is now here. And I mean, listen, we still got more days to come. So early, man, so early. Also, I wanted to show you this. This says experts predict 750 XRP this year. Now, mind you, I've been hearing a lot of numbers, so this is just entertainment purposes only. No one knows how much XRP is really going to go to, and if they do know, they're telling you a lot. But it's always good to hear. It's always great to pump us up. It's always exciting, right? Let's listen to this real quick.
XRP spot ETF approvals got another nudge forward today. We're supposed to get an update from the SEC by October 2025. There is some analysts in the space that believe up to $5 to $10 billion could flow into XRP in the first 12 months alone. The reason that's important, if you understand market cap multipliers, that could give us a 100x to a 500x multiplier on that 10 billion. That can take us well into the multi-trillions of market cap for XRP. I just made a video on the updates around spot ETF approval in the United States, as well as gave you some data on market cap multipliers. If we can get 10 billion or 50 billion with a 100x multiplier, guys, we are well on our way to a 3 to 4 digit XRP. Take a look at the video.
Let's go. We need that 3 to 4 digits. We need that. We need that little bit of change, baby. All right, so why BlackRock and Fidelity quietly showing up at Ripple's biggest event? They're not mentioned in the press release, you know. So hey, why would they release this kind of stuff? But these two people been talking about crypto, not doing this, don't get that Bitcoin not the best, blah blah. And now you can see that the time is here. Back then they didn't want us. Now we hot. They all on us. All right, I'm going to end this with this. It says banks are looking to partner with Ripple and promote its products following the conclusion of the SEC case. Listen to
That's
this.
a really good question. And all this is the one of the most recent post, which I commented on your LinkedIn, which is this payment systems that you had a session with Ripple. Tell me about it. I mean, like, Paul Zello, Ripple. I was like, how did these two come together?
It's a really good question. And all this blockchain stuff and all of it, I don't get it. I'll be the first to admit it. But I'm trying to understand. My 32-year-old son, who's a bit more savvy to all of this stuff, he put his hard-earned dollars in buying some shares in Ripple. And he doesn't part with his money easily. In fact, he'd rather buy these shares and pay the money he owes back mum and dad, which I wasn't really impressed about. But that's another story. But that sort of made me stand up and take a little bit of notice.
Right.
And again, I'm not an expert on it, but I understand. They approached us some time ago. But at the time, they were battling some legal battle in the US.
Yes.
And our position to them was, look, come back to us once that's sorted out, because you only get one chance at a first impression. And if this court case doesn't go well for you, it wasn't good. So anyway, they got a good result in the US court case. And they approached us again. And look, we're going to have a bit more of a look at it. I'm not going to claim to be an expert on it, but we may look to promote their product. And again, it'll be buyer beware. We'll say to our members, look, here's this new technology. From what I can understand, it can generate real-time transfer of payments.
Yes.
And they seem to have a lot of checks and balances in place. At the briefing that I was at where I did that post, there was a lot of representatives from the major banks that were very interested in it. So it is a real thing.
That's right.
But how that translates to meaningful solutions for our members, we'll only understand that in a bit more time.
All right, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe to the channel. I'm out. Peace.